Hey, everybody, it's Doug Green, and I'm the publisher of Technology Reseller News. And we have back with us again Michael Gough of ICA. Michael, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you, Doug. It's good to be here.
So we have a lot in store for you today. We're actually going to see a little bit more information about ICA and what it's trying to do. And we're actually going to see two demos, and they're really cool. So stay put, everybody. So Michael, first of all, what is ICA?
ICA is a security product. If you're familiar with the telecommunications and the communications industry, we get spammed and scammed and phishing emails out the yang. And what we do is we stop all the robocalls.
So you're really basically trying to get us back to a time when I could trust my phone.
Correct. So when your phone rings, when it gives you a notification, when it buzzes, you don't cringe. You say, oh, that's something important that I really want to get because my digital assistant, which you'll hear a little bit more about in a minute, has analyzed my patterns, and she knows what I want to take and what I don't want to take, and she learns it through AI over time.
Now, to learn a little bit more about that, you brought with you today a few slides. So
Yep.
Let me pull this up, and I think we're talking about what the crisis is all about right here.
So the average person receives 31 spam, scam, fraud calls a month. How many do you get, Doug?
That would be about right. Probably one or two a day. So it must be over 30.
Well, I must be an overachiever then, because sometimes I get that many in a day. The problem is if you look at voice, we get 40 billion threats annually. If you look at text, we get 20 billion threats annually. If you look at email, we get 1 trillion phishing emails annually. So the problem is two problems. One, the approaches, the way other companies have approached this in the past is try to identify who it is that's calling, and through the caller ID in a lot of cases, and it's just not good enough data to determine it can still be spoofed, in other words.
Right.
So and so the industries, all of these industries are fragmented, and there's no real solution that provides cohesion between voice and text and email. So, or branded calling, for example. So let me give you one example. Stir shaken. Stir shaken is a requirement by the FCC that all of the wireless vendors have to comply with. And you know, when you get on your phone where it says potential spam?
Yes.
That is stir shaken working. But it doesn't work all the time, and it can still be spoofed. So even stir shaken that the FCC requires is not a legitimate way to solve this problem. Next slide. So we collectively can solve this problem through the AI. And until AI came here, until AI was adopted and has gotten to the point where it is today, there was no way to really gel all these different fragmented industries together, whether it's branded calling, stir shaken, call analytics, or TDM voice. There was nothing that bridged all of these gaps that provided one global solution, so that when a call comes in, you want to answer the call. It's not a cringe. So what I'm going to offer your audience is we can solve this problem. Your audience, combined with ICA, can solve this problem, because some of your audience is branded calling. You know your audience better than me. Some of them are call analytics, but this is the glue that brings all these together to prevent the fraudulent and spam calls. Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely.
So what they can do is add a digital twin to their solution. So imagine you had a digital twin filtering all of your messages, and it knows everything about you, all of your contacts, your calendar invites, all of the emails that you've gotten, and it learns your patterns over time a few different ways. I'll explain a little bit in more detail about that as we go further down into the presentation. Here's a good slide to explain that. If you look, there's a pattern analysis engine. So communication metadata comes in from you, and part of that is the network data, like your IP address that you're calling from. Part of that is the metadata that I just explained with your contacts and that sort of thing. So it looks at our pattern analysis engine and passes it to the interaction graph. And this is your interaction graph. And it creates a fingerprint for all of your communication, but it doesn't look at the content. Thereby it doesn't violate any privacy laws, and your privacy with our product is not exposed anywhere, because we don't look at the contact, we don't store any data, we look at the relationship pattern. Next slide. We create a relationship fingerprint based on the network and individual events. So the network, like I said, was your IP address, and if there's been 1,000 calls coming from that IP address, then we know that relationship is not yours. It's a robocall. And we know that from your individual events that we've learned over time what you want to see, what you don't want to see, so that we can connect the calls that only you want to receive. Next slide. The way we do that is we ask why. The approach I said earlier has not been right in the past, because it was always trying to identify the caller some way. And what we do is we look at the network information. Why is this person calling from that IP address, from that phone number? We look at why the person's calling by looking at your metadata, your personal metadata, and make a determination. Is this somebody that is part of your social environment? Is this somebody that's part of your business environment? But it may not be. It could be a babysitter. It could be a new colleague at work that we don't have any relationship data for. And in that scenario, ICA would route it to your digital twin and ask intelligent questions, like you'll see in the demo upcoming, and then connect the call. Our advantage, through network and individual events, we create a digital twin that is always smart. It's always right, because it has all the information. It always makes the right decision to connect the call, block the call, or reroute it. So here we are to the demo. There's 3 case studies that I want to go over. The first one I can't really demo because it's a legitimate service. So if a call is coming in from Rite Aid or a known number, it's just going to connect the call undeterred. The first demo I'm going to show you is a spam the spammer, where the call comes in to, I'm trying to reach Bob to sell Bob a Victoria Falls safari trip in Zimbabwe. And his digital twin will answer and will carry on and carry on and carry on and carry on with me forever and never connect me to Bob. I finally figure that out and hang up, but she will just spam the spammer, and that keeps the spammer talking, which doesn't take revenue away from the carriers, but it makes spamming cost prohibitive because they have to pay for the call. The second demo is a AT&T network. AT&T has rolled out their digital assistant, and they answer the call and make a determination of how I know Jane. And as I explain it, the digital twin figures out that I'm actually a legitimate person and tries to connect the call, but Jane's not available, and then comes back and asks me if I want to leave a text message. So those are the 2 demos that you'll see forthcoming. We ready for the demos?
Yep. Okay. So here we go with the demo.
Hi, this is Angela.
Hey, Angela, this is Michael. Is Bob around? He asked me to call him.
Oh, hi, Michael. Sorry, I'm just looking for Bob. He might be in the other room. Let me check quickly. Walks away from the phone.
Thank you, Angela.
You know how he is always... Oh, I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Just a bit busy today. You know, life can get a bit hectic sometimes, right?
Yes, it can.
Anyway, sorry. Oh, I can imagine. It's like there's always. Sorry, I'm just moving some things around. I can't seem to find my shoes. They're always getting misplaced. Do you find that happens to you?
It does,
I
Angela.
have some. Oh, really? It's so annoying, isn't it?
Yeah, I have a vacation to talk to Bob about. It's one of my clients canceled their vacation to Victoria Falls. They paid $15,000. It's first class round trip. It has a safari included with it and a trip to Victoria Falls. Is Bob around?
Oh, wow. That sounds like an amazing trip. I'm sorry. I'm just checking the laundry at the minute. You know how it piles up. I always end up forgetting what I put in there. But hey, that's such a big deal. Is there a way you can reschedule that vacation?
Yes, you can. We could. It's a $15,000 vacation. I'm offering it to Bob for 10, and he can go anytime he'd like. It's first class round trip for he and his wife.
Oh, that sounds like a fantastic deal. Sorry, my cat just knocked something over in the kitchen. Let me just see what she's up to. You know how cats can be. It's like they have their own agenda sometimes, right?
Yeah, thanks.
So in the demo we just saw, would Angela just keep on going forever?
Forever, perpetual.
So she never fatigues.
Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. And, like I said earlier, it runs the rate up so the spammer can't cost effectively do this anymore.
So Michael, what do you have up for us next?
So in the next call, it's a AT&T network. They've deployed our digital assistant on their network, and I'm trying to reach Jane, who is a new business colleague. She's sent me a statement of work for me to quote, but when I call Jane, I don't have a relationship fingerprint already because I'm a new vendor, I'm a new employee, whatever, and I have to explain myself to Jane's digital twin to explain that I'm a legitimate caller, and she figures it out and tries to connect the call, but Jane's on the phone, so she asked me if I want to. She asked me if I want to leave a text message or leave a voicemail, and it goes. You'll see. It takes me through that process and delivers the message to Jane.
Welcome to AT&T. To better protect our customers, please briefly state who you are trying to reach and the purpose of your call.
Hello, this is Michael Gough. I'm trying to reach Jane.
Thank you, Michael. Can you please tell me the purpose of your call?
Sure. Jane sent me a statement of work last week, and she asked me to prepare her a quote. I did that. I'm a new client.
That sounds legitimate. Thank you for the information, Michael. It sounds important. However, Jane cannot be contacted at the moment. Would you like to send her a text message or email, or nothing at all?
A text message would be great. Thank you.
Please confirm the following details for the text message. Caller name, Michael Gough. Content. Hi, Jane. I have prepared the quote for the statement of work you sent me last week. Please let me know when you are available to discuss it. Is everything correct, or would you like to make any changes?
I'd like to change it. Can you ask her if she can go to lunch next Tuesday or Wednesday at noon, and we can go over it down the street at our favorite coffee shop?
Got it. Here's the updated text message. Caller name, Michael Gough. Content. Hi, Jane. Can you go to lunch next Tuesday or Wednesday at noon? We can go over the quote down the street at our favorite coffee shop. Is everything correct, or would you like to make any more changes?
That will work. Send it.
Okay, just a sec. The message has been successfully sent to Jane. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Michael. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
So Michael, that was really interesting. What can we make of these two demos back to back?
So ICA is the brains that sits over your shoulder and helps you manage your business with only legitimate, relevant information. It may be a voicemail, it may be a text, but it'll all be relevant to you, and it'll be something that you want because the digital twin learns who you are over time and makes a determination. So scale is our friend. So the larger we grow, the smarter the digital twin gets, and the more information the digital twin has to make a decision. So it's a product that glues all of these fragmented industries together and prevents spam and robocalling altogether completely.
Michael, can the digital twin also understand, let's say, the infrequent but still legitimate call? The call that might come from a credit card company, a healthcare provider, maybe somebody that doesn't call me often, but is actually a call that it's legitimate in the sense that I need to or should be hearing this call.
Those calls would probably not go through automatically. Those calls would be intercepted. Maybe you have a babysitter that doesn't have a fingerprint whatsoever, and the babysitter needs to get through to you because they're babysit. Then what the babysitter would do would just be explain to the digital twin, hey, I'm the new babysitter. I'm watching Jacob, and I need to reach Mary Lou.
So it won't be a lost call. In other words, the legitimate call
Correct.
will be answered and a message will be made, and I'll have the ability to easily call back.
Correct. And if it doesn't know what to do, it would send a text or whatever you asked it to do. It would send a text or leave a voicemail.
Can you independently decide, even though this relative doesn't call me often, has never called me, please put this person on the list?
Yes.
Okay. And I guess that goes for work too. There
Correct.
might be individuals, maybe they never call you, but everyone has an associate who never makes calls.
Correct.
But nevertheless, if they ever did.
Correct.
Yeah.
Keep in mind that she also knows your Facebook page. She knows your LinkedIn profile. She knows everything about you, even those friends that you've forgotten about. She's going to remember them and treat them accordingly.
Now, can it go the other way? Many people have been in the situation where maybe a previous person that you were close to or associate, work, maybe social, personal, that let's just say that relationship has deteriorated. You no longer want to take calls from that person. Can you direct it to intercept calls from
you would
not
tell
a spam, but previous person?
You would tell your digital twin to block these calls just like you do today.
All right. So we actually would do the same job.
Correct. As with any AI product, you teach it what you want it to know, so you can load it with your blocked call list in that example, and it would block the caller. You can load it with your allow list.
Michael, I really want to thank you for joining me today. This has been really interesting. I love the fact that we got to do a demo. Where can we learn more?
Here is my contact information. We have registration open. We're only looking for 3 or 4 more partners to deploy. So what I would like to do is reach out to your audience because your audience has applications that we can enhance their product, giving them a more secure and a more global solution that glues their application into some of the other applications as the epicenter. That's what I would call ICA. We have a crawl, walk, run approach to integration through our API. We will deploy in your sandbox first, and we'll help you do that. We'll walk you through. We'll make sure you're successful. We'll then add the beta to add your clients and subscribers before we provide a full deployment. And we will take you through all these steps collectively as a partner. Well,
Michael, again, thank you very much indeed. This has been really interesting.
Thank you, Doug. I always enjoy your podcast. It was really good catching up with you. We've got a long history together for sure.